Welcome tactical enthusiasts, and thank you for watching Hobbies Reviews. Today we're taking a look at this bad boy, and this is the KNTAC Universal Double Magazine Pouch. And I got this thing off of Amazon for about $16 with tax. It was somewhere around $17, and it's double magazine, and it's supposed to fit double stacks. That's what it's listed as. So we're going to kind of look at it and see how it does that. And it's a retention magazine pouch as well. So it's supposed to hold them even if it flips upside down and whatnot. Overall, I've got to say for, $17, $18, it's not a terrible deal, but there are some limitations. First of all, looking at this thing, there's a couple ways you can modify it. So looking at the top, you can see how it's angled, so the inside is narrower than the outside, and that is the primary adjustment for fitting a magazine. You tighten this screw down in the middle. It's an Allen wrench, and I can't recall what size exactly it is, but they do give you an Allen wrench with it, so that's pretty nice. And it actually cinches down in the middle, and that's what creates retention. Fortunately, the problem is that they made it too wide. So it doesn't really retain things very well. It'll cinch them on the inside, but it would have been a better design if they had also had some sort of way to squeeze the outside, or just make this narrower so it actually fits. So this is a magazine from this little guy, the ASG CZP09, and it is kind of standard high capa size, double stack really. And you can see it won't fall out necessarily unless you really jog it around, but it does eventually fall out, and it's not in there too solid. It'll slide around and it moves, which is just kind of unfortunate. It's kind of a poor design. So I got to thinking, well, maybe it's just there's something with airsoft magazines that are not going to fit. Obviously, like the Elite Force, not high caps, but the 1911s and things of that nature, the single stack ones, they're just not, it's not going to stay in there. This is as tight as you can get it, and this is a double stack. I've got the real steel CZ P07 here, yada yada. We've got a double stack mag, so this is basically the exact same thing as you would have with, let's say, a Glock magazine. 15 round capacity, double stack. Let's see how this does in here. It does grip. It's got a little bit of retention, but again, it gets loose because it's wider on the outside than it is on the inside. And we're just going to flip it over and see what happens. Now this is an empty mag, so of course it's going to stay in there a little bit better, but I wasn't even shaking it around that much. You're probably not going to be upside down, but let's say something dings it, knocks it, it's going to fall out. And that is pretty unfortunate. So that's the downfall of that thing. If I was going to get this thing over, I would say I wouldn't. I would go with something else, something that has better retention on it. That said, there are some pretty neat features. It is adjustable, and it can go over kind of a standard size belt. This is a 3-inch battle belt, and it can't go all the way over that, but a 2-inch it can definitely go over, and it can just kind of cinch down on it. And you can use the Molle webbing, which is what I've done here. It was quite challenging to get it in there, but it did. Unfortunately, it does slide a little bit, but it's pretty modular, and it has some adjustment actually for the angle at which the magazine, or the pouches, sit rather. So you can adjust on that level, and it's another Allen wrench adjustment here and right here to get it where we want to. And this one actually holds the magazine pouch in place, and this one allows it to kind of rotate. So that's the deal with that. I think the coolest feature though is how it actually clamps down. So you can see you press 2 buttons and it just pops out. That is super convenient. When compared to, let's say, this pouch, this was an absolute nightmare to get in there. I would say this is a better style, these clamshell ones, than these kind of plastic, I don't know what you would call them. what type of plastic it is, but it's that hard plastic, and it's just not that adjustable. It doesn't hold that well. So these are my thoughts on it, and just for funsies, we're gonna try a magazine from a Desert Eagle. Well, at least the airsoft version. So it's not gonna fit single stacks. It fits double stacks poorly, and it's certainly not gonna fit one of these big bad boys. If you want to see more videos, reviews on the ASG CZP-09, there'll be a link in the description below. If you want to see a review on the WeTech Desert Eagle .50, then go ahead and check the description below. There'll also be a link in there. Someday I hope to do a review of this, but so far I don't have one, so don't look for that. And I will have all of the details of this double magazine pouch in the description below. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have fun out there.